Thank you so much. We'll now proceed with our next speaker. Our next speaker is Professor Dr. Balakrishnan Parasuraman. Professor Parasuraman holds the esteemed position of Dean of the Center of Postgraduate Studies at Universiti Malaysia Kelantan, where he oversees the academic and administrative functions of postgraduate education, ensuring the highest standards of academic excellence and research innovation. In addition to this significant role, he is a professor of industrial relations, human resources, and management at the Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business at UMK. In this capacity, he imparts his extensive knowledge and expertise to students preparing the next generation of leaders. So to talk about strategies for upskilling and reskilling postgraduate students to nurture talent in the digital age, let us give a virtual round of applause to Professor Balakrishnan. Over to you, Professor.
Okay, Prof. Nero, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen.
All right, thank you very much. First of all, I think it's a good evening. I think we have participant speakers all over the world. Thank you for coming, and I would like to thanks to our moderator, Professor Dr. Nero. And also I'd like to thanks to organizers, especially to Mr. Gopal, who I think was the person bring me to this conference, and also Mr. Soma and all the other participants all over the world. Okay, today my topic that I was involved in education more than 30 years, from the school, secondary school as a high school teacher, then I went to University Malaysia Sabah, which is in the Borneo Island for 2 hours flight from Kuala Lumpur. If you know, Borneo Island is near to Brunei. I worked there for 17 years. Then after that, I moved to Universiti Malaysia Kelantan, that is the entrepreneurship university. So in terms of managerial scale, I was holding many posts, above from professor, and as a director, deputy director, and of course, currently, I was given a big task, that Dean for Postgraduate. So today, I'm going to talk about the issue on upskilling and reskilling postgraduate students. Together with me, I also bring my PhD student together. So we write this paper in terms that this issue actually not much discussed in the literature. Okay, so this is all my present. So I'm also founding president for Malaysian Industry and Human Resource, and I'm quite active in my country especially on the policy of national policy on HR and also minimum wage. I was sitting in the national above from working as professor. So you can see my experience dealing with our undergraduate degree student, postgraduate student widely, and I graduated many students. Okay, so what do you mean upskilling is not option but necessity? All right. So many of the literature talking about undergraduate, normally they talk about unemployment and the soft skill among the undergraduate. They are lack or maybe not study be done, which is about postgraduate. And before the previous section, I went through with some of VC talking about high degree level and all this. So this group of people, it isn't given attention in the literature review if you look at it from theoretical perspective. But today I'm talking from practical perspective, where they are now, what they do in the context of higher education. And this group of people very less emphasized. But I'm going to share some of the experience I've gone through with the postgraduate student from the high level position. Some of them, my student is a ministry level. They are ministers, the chairman of the big industry, and they also CEO of the company, politician. Until I got my student like Miss Naza. She's the youngest student with me, and she was from Iran, and she's working close with me, and I'm training every kind of people. Okay, so when I talk about upskilling and reskilling, of course, I'm training the upskilling of people, not just they will get the degree, but I'm training the future leaders. The existing one actually reskilling who are coming from this. So I recently I have a student from about 15 students who are international HR director. They are some of them actually working in the many MNC companies, and they come back to university and they want to know how to enhance their skill through studying PhD or DBA, Doctor of Business. So these are things I'm like to, because I'm experienced throughout the all degrees, student and master, PhD, MBA, DBA, PhD, industry, and so on, okay? So the future belongs to those who will learn more skills. So we want to be creative in terms of this group of people, actually, they can generate income for the country. Just now we listen to Romania, we listen to European context, Indian context, and so we are only one mission that we want to develop our nation under the SDG, Sustainable Goal Development. And at the same time, we are going to have a very kind of how to work unification throughout the world, where we are now. So what is the role of the postgraduate student? So, right, and we talk about Industry 4.0. Now people less talk about Industry 4.0. People talking about Industry 5.0, which the Japanese come up with their model that what is point? You have a robot everything, but there's no human touch. So that issue that we're going to discuss next millennium, where the human will go if all taken by robot, and we cannot control that. AI, now people don't talk about 4.0, AI coming, artificial intelligence. I myself involved in the AI regulation. I use the AI sometimes, and I see that is really, really incredible. And it's going to be change the whole scenario of economy of the country and why we are, what we're going to do, what happened to human beings, what happened. So all these questions must be discussed by the world leaders. I think now the world leaders must focus on this issue, not just even the Vice Chancellor of the university. Everybody must reflect, those having high position, CEO of the company, reflect to that, where we want to go for next 5 years. Are we talking about the traditional way of managing the people, or we're talking about next? This is what my concern is, right? At a senior level position, I'm also concerned about that. What is going to happen for the next 5 years? I'm not talking about Malaysia in the context. We are doing a lot of mechanizing of higher education in terms of that. When I took over postgraduate studies, where we will be, what they're going to do. My students come from all over the world. Some are from China, some from Indonesia, from Africa, and from India, and many countries are coming here. Now, what are you going to do about them? We are all same. Actually, we are citizens of the world. We are thinking about where you want to bring the world next. That's what I'm worried about that. I'm giving some suggestion. So when talk about upskilling, what is that? So you have to uploading workforce employability, enhancing organizational agility, economy, and lifelong learning. That's why we talk about lifelong learning, gender, and who are going to be in the postgraduate study. Are they women or male? Everybody got right to do. Why they coming to study PhD, master? That's a question to be asked every professor, lecturers, and also university leaders. I'm challenging the university leaders in Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Deans, and so on. Where do you want to go? Even the professors, where do you want to go next 5 years? What is your plan? How are we going to tackle all these issues in the future? There will be a lot of things happening in the world. A lot of university will come under AI, artificial intelligence. There will be no university exist in the future. There was, I think, Prof. Sanjit was the highlight just now, a previous one. So upskilling is not just about acquiring new skill, but it's about mastering them. So the student come to study master, PhD, or MBA, or DBA for what? Once a time, DBA was very popular program, but now slowly DBA actually replacing by other program like specialized masters, like Master of IT, Master of Entrepreneurship, and so on. So we think ourselves where we want to go and what is knowledge important for us, okay? So you look at that, this one, I'm not going through very any. What is the meaning of skilling, reskilling? Learning new skills. When the CEO finish a degree at the age of, let's say, 25, they're coming back to study at the age 55. How would you deal with them? They're coming back to study masters and PhD after 30, 40 years. How are you going to deal with them? What are you going to do? What is our role? Are we going to tackle traditional way of doing things? And I'm worried that there are a lot of young lecturers don't know how to tackle the senior position people. And I was gone through all the difficult. I have young people, I also the middle age, I also got the senior position people. I know what to do. I'm graduating a lot of people in this context. And actually, I was also part of their team. I was learning from them. I learned from them. They learn from me. We have become friends. And they are sometimes, what do you call, owner of the companies. They're big companies, and I learn from them. And at the same time, they also learn from me. So in the end of the day, the degree, so what? So we are creating a new knowledge. We are publishing the book so that the next generation can learn. Especially my university, #1 in entrepreneurship, Universiti Malaysia Kelantan. We established the UMK actually because of the entrepreneurship, okay? So you have the value skill, not just a degree. This is another question asked Guinea. So what is a point the degree? And now we are talking a lot, we're blaming the degree student. We never know they have no experience at all, but we say they have no experience. But that's not question. The question is, are they preparing soft skill? Even first class student didn't get a job. We found that we interviewed them, they're not qualified. Even I interviewed some of the staff. University student come to work, cannot perform. They're not able to. Why? Are we blame them or not? We have to look at our syllabus, our curriculum, how we work. So the postgraduate student actually helping mentoring the young one. That's how the important postgraduate. Okay, you can see 40% of the skill we're talking World Economic Forum will disrupt in the next 5 years, and 6 in 10 staff will acquire training. So training is very important. Reskilling and upskilling very, very important. That's why a lot of people coming back to the university. But how the university will tackle this kind of people? What are the syllabus? I started a specialized program for them. We call Graduate Support Program in Kuala Lumpur. My university actually in Kota Baru. Kota Baru for 2 hours. Oh, sorry, 1 hour flight from Kuala Lumpur to Kota Baru, very small town. We do town, but I established a high-ranking profile people in Kuala Lumpur. We are running the class for them. And actually, the class itself, very interesting because we are sharing knowledge and also we're teaching how to be next. So you can see the underemployment related skill, it was 37 point in October 2023. Yeah? This was statistic from Malaysian. So a lot of people unemployed, especially the graduate. Where we want to talk of them, we are invest a lot of money for them. They're coming to 1 year to 3 years or 4 years, engineers, doctors, and I know many of them unemployed. Why? We have to think about whether they are equipped with the industry needs or not. That's what I'm going to talk about now. All right. Right. So the importance, I think, I'm talking postgraduate students, why they come. Actually, they enhance employability. They're already working for 20 years. They're coming back here. I got one of my friend here, Mr. Bakhtiar. He is actually very, very important senior position in terms of industry. He was career development. But he said, Prof, I want to study master under you. Then I give the topic just now. Come. I give the topic that will enhance your career, enhance your skill, enhance the country where you want to go. Because he talked about career development, coaching, and so on. So I say, we have to look at this. So very important. Where do you want to go? Some of the CEO, some of the senior manager, executive manager, they got a high pay after they finish masters or PhD. When the PhD is not academic position, many people misunderstand. PhD is a study that they acquire the knowledge, they use experience throughout the 40, 50 years. And I think we already, Malaysia also started to look at the past experience can be used to graduate in PhD. Some students only got degree, but they can get a PhD with the experience. So we are coming appel. Appel means we're looking at the previous experience. So there's a lot of emphasis on literature, but very lack on postgraduate student. That's what my concept. Suddenly I come out that, hey, where do you want to go? What is the role of postgraduate? So you can see our whole life, bachelor, master's, and PhD. So I can put in a category. When you degree, you're exposed so many theories, so many concepts. When you go to master, apply the concept. When you come to PhD, you're developing a new model. That model can help our country and so on, okay? So these are the things that I'm going to discuss. So when you come to the PhD or master level, you explain, discuss, analyze, comprehend the issues and so on. Very important. So we cannot say that that's not important. All degrees important. Today, the world moving to make high income nation. Every country moving. Every country look at what will be next 5 years. And you can see like our neighboring ASEAN actually growing very, very fast. Our neighboring country like Philippines, our friend Nero from Philippines. I'm observing in Thailand. I'm observing in Vietnam. I'm observing in Malaysia, Indonesia. Everybody unified in ASEAN spirit. So we are moving. You look at the European context. America, I just back from America 2 weeks ago. I was presenting a paper in World Congress on the Employment Relation, and I was posting a new title for them, ESG. Okay, environment, social, and governance. This topic attracted many trade unionists and also employers. Okay, so I straight go to the why do you want to get all this? I think I jump to my point. Okay. Okay, so develop a solid understanding AI to nurture their talent. So AI already there. What is the human role? That's what we're talking about. So actually, it's actually important, both degree and postgraduate student, to help each other. So this is what I'm going to discuss in the next my slide, because time factor, this is my university. So my university, actually, they are focused on the entrepreneurship. So when the student come here, how to be entrepreneur, what are the things they need. So rather we talk more on theoretical, we also establish a network from industry, from small, medium industry, and our place, Kota Baru, actually rich in the small, micro industry. So you can come here, you can see a lot of people selling things, selling that, but they need some high-level marketing strategy, accounting, and so on. They're very rich. Some of them, they never go to school. Some of them just left out school, but they're earning about millions of dollars in business, but they don't know how to manage the business to bring the business to the next level. So that's why university play a role. So Universiti Malaysia Kelantan was established because of that. All right. So as a dean, why I was appointed? Because I have a very good close network all over the world. I'm working with the people from Latin America, European context, Australia, and so on. So as a professor of HR and industrial relations, I work from all of the world, even ASEAN contact. I work with. So then my VC said that why not you focus on the in education, right? Okay, I'm going through slightly some of the stories. This is very important. What is success story? Why I bring all the high people? Why they want to join? Universiti Kelantan is very far from the city. Kuala Lumpur. Why do you want to join? This is a story that I'm going to talk about. I started this program. They're just a program. I can see that a lot of people no time. They have no time to study. But I think I will study, and I think that what approach to be there. And I first introduced religious program, and this program is successful and run in Kuala Lumpur, in the heart of city in Kuala Lumpur, and people like impressed. And actually, the word of mouth is going around all the CEO. So that's why I'm saying, do you think CEO got time? No. Do you think they have a time? Because they're working with many MNC companies, but they can't because they see the value of getting PhD in Universiti Malaysia Kelantan, because they see the PhD is helping them to grow for the next level, whether they go up or they can see the existing problem. Okay, these are the students that, sorry to say, they already passed away, but I'm supervising their PhD and DBA. On the left, you can see Yang Bagi Datuk Haji Talib is a minister for many years, for 20 years. At the same time, he also chairman for Sarawak economic development. If you come to Sarawak, it's a Borneo island, close to Brunei, and the down is Kalimantan, is Indonesia. And Datuk was 20 years, and he brought his own experience. He developed the model really. They call model integrity and corporate governance. He married together. He see the value of the money. He come back to me, Prof, I want to do PhD. I said, okay, Datuk, never mind. You already got the model. And so you take about 7 years, 6 years to come up with the model, because we are using ethnographic research method. Can be done. And then on my right is a late Dr. Alexon. He is a top HSC consultant worldwide. You work in America, you work in Europe, but you want to get a PhD. He saw that a lot of accidents happen in the oil and industry, and then he want to find out what's going to say. He proposed a new model. Unfortunately, they're not here, but their book already will be published soon and will be beneficial to them. So these people, why they want to study PhD? Why? Because they want to bring their own knowledge and look at the problem and solve the problem. And I got lately, Dr. Haji Hanafi, he is actually owner of the company, small company, survival. The company survived for the last 30 years during the COVID-19. And I think Dr. Hanafi, he wanted to earn the DBA, Doctor of Business. So I supervised him, and I said, you write about your own company yourself. That be your DBA. Exactly. I said, you finish the doctorate with a theoretical framework, but his company is on. How can you do that? So I'm using different method so that his book valuable for the micro industry in anywhere in the world to see coaching leadership. He is actually first invented a theory on the coaching. He was a coach, he trained the coach, and they go by themselves, and then they come back again to work with him. So that's a very humble person, high profile people. He was a politician for a long time. He's a close friend with the Deputy Prime Minister, and he was a high level in the politics, but he's a humble person and learn and graduate. And this is another person I would like to know, Ms. Tong. She is a senior manager in one of the pharmaceutical industry. It's a very famous Guardian, I think you know. And she almost retired. She come and do PhD under me. And finally, she able to finish the PhD because she's using a lot of qualitative research, because they can use the experience to come in. And the next student, then, okay, when they do PhD under me, this is a high profile people. They are reskilling. They already got money, they everything. But they also come back to teach my undergraduate student. And that's a beauty. How? Because they come and mentoring our undergraduate students. So you see the value. They also study in Universiti Malaysia Kelantan as a postgraduate student, but they also come and help undergraduate. You can say the industry link. Don't talk about too much, want to work with the industry, university. We are always blaming industry and blaming university, but we don't have a strategy. I use a different strategy where I brought the high profile people and the same value for undergraduate to be high profile people to work in high industry. So this is what approach I'm using now. And you can see this recently I recruited this all the people, actually international HR director in MNC. And they are already in the age of 50, 45. Some of them politicians working with the ministers as a special officer. Some of them working in the ministry. Some of them working, all of them high profile. This is our office in Kuala Lumpur. I established, so I bring the university not in the one place to another place. Why they want to come and study? They see the value, reskilling. They want the reskilling, upskilling themselves. So they got experience in HR for many years. They want some of them do mental health. Some are doing learning organization, some are doing the OSHA, some are doing like, so they got experience in the 40 years. So they become, so they're coming back to the study, and they was very impressed how so I am as a mentor, professor, I go down, and I teach them. This recently we received students from Ghana. They're all lecturers. They come here to study upskilling. So as a dean, I low down myself. They are only not students. They are high profile people. So I go down to them. I discuss with them, welcoming them. Please come. And you sit down. And they're very, very impressed because they come all the way down from Ghana. Not easy. But how I approach that, what are you doing for the next 5 years? Prof, we want to get the PhD to improve ourselves, want to be professor. And at the same time, Prof, we are coming here to learn entrepreneurship. Then we prepare our country so that we develop. So you can see these people, not ordinary people, they are high profile. So I treat them not only as a student, as my friend, as my family, and I treat them very well and very impressed. And they bring back to the country. They say, okay, we go and study. So I treat everybody equally. I don't bring my position, oh, I'm the dean. No, I bring them everybody equally. Like we can see the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal, we bring the human to the next level. And this is another person. So Dato Aji is a Director General of RISTA. This is a Rubber Institute of Development Authority. And Dato was actually, sorry, we call Dato. Dato means like sir in the United Kingdom. So he is actually a very humble person. So you come up with a study on the good corporate governance. I was external examiner. Finally, he invite me, Prof. Bala, can you be together with my author? So he come up with their own book, and the book was the bestseller book in the country. And you can see why industry, academia can work together on this one. And Dato Sri Raman also sharing the knowledge to the young people in my university. How can I access easily to him? Because he's my student. He was an admirer on my side. So easily, you don't need to pay cent. No cost at all. Because they are already in the industry and come back, like I say, HR directors, they're also going to help our undergraduate students. No pay, no cost, I think. So the undergraduate and graduate working as a team. This is all that you can see, Mr. on the left, Mr. Lim. Mr. Lim is actually international director HR. He also director for 15 companies all over the world. Why he come to study? And this is my book. My book actually talking about qualitative case study research I did in Australia, University of Wollongong, and I also graduated from United Kingdom. I also been to many countries as a visiting professor in Europe and also in America, and especially Latin America. I saw a lot of opportunity there. And also I think that there's something to be done. This is our classroom in Kuala Lumpur, all right? And this is my another student, is special officer to VC, very busy, unable to finish, and he want to enhance. He just officer, no academician. Prof, I want to be a professor in the future. Okay, never mind, you come and do. He did on time and finished on time. Now you're doing PhD on the Wakaf management. It's a wealth management through the Islamic perspective. So they're going to get. So we're going to study in Thailand. We got a lot of South Thailand best Wakaf practice. So we are going to traveling to Thailand, and we bring back in its knowledge. Once a PhD, it become book, and then the book will be valuable for our university who are looking for how to develop Wakaf management. Wakaf is an Islamic way of endowment. So he's going to study the gap between why our university cannot achieve. So we're going to study best practices. So in our neighboring country. And recently we completed 3 books. All the books, actually I brought my student, and one of them is Ms. Nazani here. And this book, grant given by the government, and I already do this for the government policy. And you can see the books on the changing role line on the ESG accepted in America. We are come up with a new approach, and most of the American scholars, they want to see, and this is very good for union who don't know anything about ESG, but this book will come up with that. So we are working close with the industry. And I also bring Miss Margaret as my master student. So you can see PhD master, and then the book, later book actually also close writing. So who said master student PhD cannot be writer? Can. A lot of professors make mistake. You all got mistake. You think that our PhD master is a valuable writer with us. So when we write to them as a professor academic, I also get a name. They also get a name. So this book going to be a policy, and we're going to be enhancing and this book, because last one, the leaders, I think not many books write about trade union leaders, and all the top 10 leaders in this book. So why? Because the PhD master is very important. So don't think that your PhD master is not important. They are very, very important. They're going to be alumni, and they also bring back the value to us, okay? And all these, I think we have met a lot of industry people. They're all my potential PhD master student working with me, and they're all senior position. I brought them.
Professor?
Why? Because
Professor?
I'm going to finish.
Yeah, please wrap up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm coming to. Don't worry, Dr. Nero. I'm professor. I can know what to do. Okay. The point is, why I talking about this is my own interpretation as a professor. I develop a model for them. So what I said, emphasize continuous improvement. Industry need continuous improvement. They cannot existing like HR people. They need to upgrade themselves. So they come to university, they get a knowledge and so on. Prolong life learning, focus on career development. facilitate international national networking, incorporate experience PhD through ethnographic case study method, enhancing company branding, image, reputation, generate income via postgraduate student, and boost the country image and reputation. So my conclusion is postgraduate student is one of the best group of people that can be useful for not only for the university, for the industry, for the country. I hope with my limited discussion time given by our honorable chairman, moderator, don't worry, I've been moderator many times. I've been there, so I know what to do. And I think my point here is who they are, how to tackle them, how to bring the next level. With that, I think I thank you very much to moderator and all the participants who are patiently listen to my talk. But there's a sum in I give you who they are and how can tackle with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Balakrishnan, for sharing the best practices you have been doing. And I believe if there will be questions, they